All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is fair to say that one of the big critiques for Wuthering Waves back in the day, before 2.0, was the fact that some of its music just wasn't that good, that some of its music had some troubles. And so what I wanted to do today was look at somebody like Shy Guy High, who's compiled some of the best musical tracks from the 1.0, 1.x, 1.0 to 1.4 versions of the game. And I've personally been of the opinion that there's been some absolute bangers in the Wuthering Waves space. And unfortunately, there's been some tracks that have really taken away from the overall quality of the OST. But I'm glad that somebody has cherry-picked some of the highlights. And I wanted to give those all a listen with you today. See whether or not this, 10 to 1 ranking is accurate. So with that, let's go ahead. Let's get right on into it. We might skip around in the video if we've, had enough of a track. And let's give this all a listen. Okay, I'm not sure if this is going to count as a song. This list and ranking are both myself and the community opinion. Okay. Honorable mention. Okay, this is a solid one. It's a nice, relaxing track. That's a good one. I hope the background for this is, correct, because I feel like this didn't release in the Black Shores update. Maybe I'm just, completely tripping. I feel like this was in the game before 1.3. Nope, actually, no, this wasn't 1.3 for sure. This one only got an honorable mention. This one is not in the top 10. I thought that this was kind of one of the more goofier, one of the nicer tracks that the game has had. I actually really like this one. So if this one is an honorable mention, boy, oh boy, there's gotta be some goddamn bangers throughout the rest of this. No, this one pops off. No, this one pops off. How's that only an honorable mention? No way. This guy better be fucking cooking. Oh, okay, maybe he is cooking. Okay, yep, no, this is it. Yeah, someone's going crazy. Hey, it might be me, brother, man. I gotta move my cam. There's some subtitles over here. Can we talk a little bit about how badass of a name Inferno Valiance is? Can we talk about how badass of a name that is? Inferno Valiance. Hey, whenever this pops off in the TOA, you know it's about to be kind of a shitty fight, but also a bit of a fun one. And then that electric guitar just comes in. Oh boy. Oh yes. Good stuff. That song really gives me Bury the Light vibes. I know they're not exactly the same, but a lot of the instruments that I feel like I'm hearing, it does sound like a lot of the instrumentals from Bury the Light a little bit. Yeah, it's DMC like 1,000,000%. This is definitely in 1.3. Oh, wait, was this 1.4? This was the Camellia story quest. Yes, that when you're on the bridges, when you're on the floral bridges and you're inside of Tethys. They actually need to bring this one back. It's been months since I've heard it, and I don't think you ever hear this shit again. If this one's only 9, what about 8, 7, 6? Maybe it's because it's not longer. Okay, how's this only 8? This one's only 8? This one's only 8? I mean, guys, it's just... That song, to me, is more iconic than any other soundtrack in WuWa. Like, that song, to me, kind of like cemented Shorekeeper as one of the best characters in the game, because that is Shorekeeper's theme. And it plays so often during the story quest, and every time it plays, it is so ridiculously impactful that that song, that soundtrack is what elevated her character, I feel like, for me and for so many other people. And the fact that that one is ranked only 8 that's Marco Meatball. Get your ass over here, buddy. We need a professionals. We need some professional expertise when it comes to this. That's criminal. That is malpractice. I could see this song being played at a wedding. I'm not even joking. There's probably going to be somebody in like 5, 6, 7 years that does that. Okay, I mean... Okay. Okay, this is the trailer song. Okay, yeah, this one does go hard, but better than the other ones. It's a good song, though. This was an amazing song to have for the release of the game. It was pretty hype. It was pretty hype 1,000,000%, but it definitely is like it's a different vibe compared to some of like the more emotional tracks in the game. So I could see why it's ranked higher, but I still think Shorekeepers is way better. Okay, okay. What's 6? Mount Firmament Exploration, huh? Okay, okay, this one's pretty good. This one's pretty good too, but I get why this one is good. It's just, to me, this one was just heard too much. I think I heard this one too much. It's almost like a little bit of like fatigue, because this is what plays when you're just exploring. Somebody said mining ore soundtrack. You can definitely get like fatigue from hearing something like this way too much. And if you're just in Mount Firmament, grinding echoes, exploring, doing all that stuff, this is just playing on repeat the entire time. And I'm kind of like one of those people that has the mindset of, you know, the more sparingly a song is used, the higher impact it is, and like the more memorable and like higher rated it's going to be. And yeah, this one is... It's good for sure. I think I've just personally heard it too many times. Yeah. The violin does bang here, though. It does. It does. Ooh, so a little bit of a Tethys, a little bit of Black Shores, huh? More 1.3 music. And it's the same exact boat with this one. It's really good, but you hear it all the time. Really good, but it's also heard all the time. I think this has like a little bit of like the no 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 no, I think. Are they gonna play that part? Yep, okay. Hey, I was on point. I was on point for that one. I guess this is the thing. De Anima is almost like a Supermax version of Refuge of the Survivors. Where, you know, Refuge of the Survivors is just playing it with the piano. It's like, dun, 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 dun. And then this one is like, it has like the vocals and like way more backing instruments. I feel like the one with the piano, though, just kind of hits different. Yeah. I think this is just really a testament to how good the music in 1.3 was. I wouldn't be surprised if if the rest of the tracks are honestly from 1.3. Maybe there's going to be an Elusive Realm clip or two put in there, but 1.3 quite literally was just like, I think the moment for me where I realized, damn, Wuthering Waves and Kuro Games can actually make some banger fucking music. And I feel like a lot of players came to that realization as well, and it's been absolutely fire ever since. 1000%, yeah. One of the big reasons why I also rated 1.3 as a complete S tier in terms of all the patches WuWa has had. It is the second best patch the game has ever had for me. The position in the top 4 will be chosen by the community. Oh boy. After more than 4,000 votes, here are the results. Oh, building up the hype, the anticipation, I see. Have I heard this one before? What is this? Wait, does this play during like the CG scenes in the Camellia quest? Well, I guess this is what I mean. The flip side of having a song not play enough is you might forget it too. Okay, I remember where this is from now. Guys, this plays like one time. It plays like one time for like 2 minutes. Okay. Some R&B. Some people are really gonna like this. Some people are really gonna like this one. Some people are kind of gonna be like, okay, this sounds like background music at the coffee shop. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of in the latter of this sounds like background music at the coffee shop. Not really something for me that's like, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like my favorite thing ever. It's like cool listening music, but it's not something where I'm like, you know, or I'm like, what? Or I'm like, ah. It's just like, it's a very, like, lukewarm reaction from me. 4,000 votes differ. Well, I guess 4,000 people are... I'm not gonna say it. Every ending leads to a new memory. Oh, through the void I mean, it's a vibe for sure. It's just not the vibe for me. Hey, that just means, hey, we're not a conglomerate, right? We don't have to agree on everything. We're allowed to have differing opinions. The song is chill. It's cool. It's just, it's not my favorite. It's definitely not my favorite soundtrack in the game. It's not in my top 5. Every scar marks the rebirth of me. Is this the login music? Oh, come. Darkest hours nearing, in silence we drown. Hey, you know what I was talking about when it came to fatigue? Third-party authentication fails. It does hit different with lyrics. It does hit different with the lyrics. There's no drop on the login screen, true. Okay. Okay, I mean, it's some dirty dubstep. Hey, 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 play this in the TOA. Hey, play this in the TOA. Why won't you just play this in the TOA? Yeah, it's good. It's good 1,000,000%. It's good. However, it's more of like a combat sort of track to me. And when I think of like tracks from games that I'm like more of like a big fan of, or like the ones that I'm like rating at the very top, it's more of like those emotional tracks to me that I feel like are a bit more highly rated on my list. But I'm glad to at least see a bit of variety. It's clear that the community has a pretty wide. They have a lot of variation in their tastes, and there's been a lot. I mean, we had like a chill R&B sort of thing, and then we had dirty dubstep with Saving Light. What else do we have in 2? Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of song that I'm saying is better. I like this sort of stuff more. Like this. Oh, I'll take this any day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This just puts a smile on your face. You just have a smile on your face while you're listening to this. Oh, right here. Oh, that piano. Oh, it hits so hard. Saving Light better? Go reroll. Go reroll your account. At least 3 or 4 times until you change your mind. If you don't like that, go get electrotherapy. Okay, what is number 1? With an overwhelming 53% of votes. 53%!
I am here because of you. A butterfly with no...
Is it bad that I never listened to this? Because the only way for you to listen to this was to not play the game, because it wasn't in the game. This song is not in the game. You cannot listen to this in the game. It was a YouTube video. It was like an advertising marketing campaign where Kuro just released the video on YouTube. I mean, I guess we can listen to it for the first time. Yeah, it's an event. It's not in the game. Oh, I feel like I've just been I feel like low-key I got edged like so hard in that intro where it's like a whopping 53% of the player base voted for this one. The song that you can't actually hear in the game. And it's like, okay, like, really?
That's all I cannot complete. Interact, obey, repeat. Someone help me understand. If I truly comprehend.
Go to the gay echo and make your own list. Why are you calling the archiver of melodies the gay echo? It's a JoJo stand, okay? Jesus Christ.
With a conscious mind, artificial. Is that how a heart?
Yeah, the Aria Mummer. JoJo equals gay. Okay, you have a point there.
Defined. Wake me up. Is that where decisions weigh? I think I finally taken down most hearts to wait. Is this longing what
you know, it's good. It's good. It's just, it's not my cup of tea. Maybe I'm being very unfair with my analysis of it here, but I it's okay. It's pretty cool, but I don't feel like it's number one. This is according to people voting. Okay, that's very true. We have to keep that in mind. This is according to people voting. I'm gonna be real here. I feel like what they had in 8, I feel like this is my number one. For every single song from 1.0 all the way to 1.4, do keep that in mind. This list is not looking at 2.0 music. 1.0 to 1.4, I think this is my number one. Like, I feel like this one invokes the most emotion. This one invokes the most memories. If you start hearing this, like the simplicity and the riff of the piano, when you start hearing that, you know exactly what the song is. You know exactly, you remember everything that happened in 1.3, and all you think about is like it's a very like thought-provoking song. And that to me is what makes it easily the number one slot. Because I don't get the same sort of reaction listening to much other stuff, except maybe like Day Anima and the Shorekeeper cinematic. And this song gets repeated so many times during the 1.3 story quest that it becomes like almost like a fixture of your fucking being by the time it's over. I feel like this song, in a lot of ways, almost like made the patch, because you hear it at the start, you hear it at the end, you hear it when Shorekeeper, like, you know, makes her sacrifice, you hear it when Shorekeeper saves her. It is such a like thematic, it's such a well done thematic OST that you hear over and over again, but it doesn't feel overplayed, and it just sounds great. That's my take on it. But overall, the list wasn't bad at all. I kind of wish there was maybe like another boss fight music in there, and I do think that this, at the very least, either should have been on the list or been a honorable mention.
Remains true!
Not even Gion glazing. It's just... It's not even Gion glazing. If we're gonna put... You could say it's just dubstep, but that's honestly one of the better trailer songs they've ever had. But yeah, that's gonna be my total takes on this list. I thought that it was actually pretty nice, pretty cool, and it was great hearing some of those tracks again. And one thing that Kuro, I think, really does well is that they actually do play the boss battle music in the TOA, and so you end up in situations where even older tracks like this, which is clearly geared around one of the oldest bosses in the game, you still get to hear them every once in a while. And that's pretty cool stuff. And I'm just looking for reasons to hear some of these banger tracks again. Maybe we'll have a bit of a Black Shores expansion, and we'll get a redo of this in Ridosita. Looking forward to it. With that, let me know what you think. Peace out.